Chapter 8. The Debacle. Let's get straight into it.
Welcome back to our journey through Guitarra, Fácil para Todos. Up to this point, everything has likely been flowing rather beautifully for you. You've mastered those first chords, your strums have been steady, and you finally feel comfortable with the instrument resting on your knee. And then, the debacle arrives. Have you suddenly forgotten how to play? Please, do not worry. I promise you, it's really not just you. As a teacher, I have seen this happen time and time again. It's a crucial, universal rite of passage that absolutely every single guitarist must go through. The rhythm changes, and all of a sudden, it feels as though your hands are entirely foreign to you. You make mistakes. You lose the pulse of the music. Your fingers, which were obeying you flawlessly just yesterday, suddenly refuse to respond. It's a profoundly disconcerting experience, feeling that sudden loss of control over something you thought you had well and truly grasped.
You sit there, staring down at your hands on the fretboard, and you feel that terrible, sinking sensation that you have gone right back to square one. I know that feeling intimately. Every great guitarist you have ever listened to has felt that exact same despair. But I want you to take a deep breath, drop your shoulders, and just relax for a moment. I need you to understand that this feeling of sheer clumsiness is not a step backwards. In fact, it's quite the opposite. This frustration is the actual feeling of growth. It is, without a doubt, the most vital step forwards you are going to take in your entire learning process with the instrument. You are standing on the precipice of real musicianship, even if it feels a bit like falling.
So before we do anything else today in this lesson, I want to strip away all the pressure you might be putting on yourself. Forget about perfect tuning for a moment. Forget about your ambitions of playing full, complete songs right now. We will get to all of that, I assure you. But your brain can only focus on so many new things at once. For now, we need to focus on something far more fundamental. We need to tune your ear to simply understand the sound and the rhythm. First, you must learn to notice when something sounds inherently right or when it sounds completely wrong, even if you don't fully understand the musical theory behind why just yet. By removing the pressure of absolute perfection, we open the door to actual, genuine comprehension.
Think of it using a phrase I always like to share with my students. You need the wicker to make the basket. The wicker, the raw foundational material you need before you can weave anything structurally sound or beautiful, consists of just two things: rhythm and chords. Everything else, the sweeping melodies, the intricate solos, the little flourishes, all of that will come later. And I promise you, when they do, they will come so much more easily because the structure is incredibly sound. Right now, our singular job is to construct a firm foundation. This is the absolute bedrock that will support the entirety of your guitar learning journey for years to come. Without the wicker, any song you attempt to build will simply fall apart in your hands.
And so, we arrive at the new rhythm. This is the great revolution in your playing. Up until this very moment, your rhythm was remarkably simple, strictly up and down, constant, fluid, perfectly balanced, but ultimately quite mechanical. Now, we are going to introduce a new pattern that will serve as the absolute base for almost everything that comes next in popular music. Let me be completely honest with you, it is a far more complete rhythm. It is much more alive, it breathes with the music, but it is also undeniably treacherous at the beginning. It demands considerably more from you, but it gives infinitely more in return. The pattern we are going to learn is this: down, down, up, up, down, up. And then it seamlessly repeats: down, down, up, up, down, up. Or, if you prefer to hear it the way I always teach it to my students, it has a distinct vocal groove. It goes like this: pam pa pom pa 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 pom, pa pom pa 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 pom. Listen closely to the musicality of it. Let that sequence echo in your mind for a moment. It's no longer just a mechanical up and down motion. It is a living, breathing groove. It is the very heartbeat of the songs you love.
Now, what's truly interesting about this pattern is that little part in the middle, that quick, syncopated pop-a-pum. That right there is the absolute soul of the rhythm. It is the exact moment where the guitar seems to wake up and dance on its own. Because it breaks the steady, predictable pulse your brain expects, it is also exactly the point where your hands will feel like they are spiraling entirely out of control. When that happens, I want you to smile. Seriously, smile. It is a brilliant sign. It means your brain is actively struggling to relearn a complex movement. You are quite literally leveling up your coordination by conquering that syncopated hurdle.
Now, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that might sound a bit strange, perhaps even lazy, coming from a guitar teacher. If you sit down to practice this, and after a while it simply isn't working, if you are clashing with the strings and you can't get it right no matter how hard you try, then put the guitar back in its case and go to sleep. Seriously, go to bed. Because science is entirely on our side here. Tomorrow morning, without you consciously knowing how or why, your brain will have naturally assimilated and wired those movements overnight while you rested. Neural consolidation during sleep is where the real motor learning happens. It is practically magic.
Let's break down exactly how to execute this correctly, step by step, so you can practice properly. For the downward stroke, I want you to use all 4 of your fingers, the index, middle, ring, and little finger. Just let them fall naturally across the strings. Do not strike them aggressively or force the movement from your elbow. Just let the natural gravity of your hand do the work. Feel the weight of your fingers brushing the metal and nylon. Then, for the upward stroke, you will use only your thumb. Glide it smoothly back up over the strings without squeezing or pressing hard. This entire motion must be incredibly relaxed and continuous. There should be absolutely no pauses, no tension in your wrist, no blocking. We are not using force here. We are using fluidity.
And this physical fluidity perfectly illustrates the golden rule of this entire masterclass. If you make a mistake, it absolutely does not matter. The single most important thing you must remember is to never, ever stop the rhythm hand. Even if you completely lose the chord shape, even if the notes buzz terribly, even if you have to awkwardly reposition all your fingers on the fretboard, the strumming hand simply does not stop. A listener can forgive a missed chord, but they cannot forgive a broken pulse. The pulse is what carries the listener forward. Keeping that continuous, relaxed flow, regardless of what chaos is happening on the fretboard, is the great secret of the guitar.
To help you build this essential muscle memory without overwhelming yourself, we are going to use a very methodical, progressive exercise. We will start by isolating the variables. First, hold just one single chord, an A major, so your left hand doesn't distract you. Play the new rhythm and try to maintain it for 1 full minute without stopping. Once you can do that fluidly, you gently add the D and E chords. When that feels natural, we mix in the minor chords you already know. Then, we introduce the new shapes, C, G, and G7. Finally, your ultimate goal is to randomize all of these chords while keeping the rhythm perfectly steady. Remember, when practicing this, do not try to play quickly. The objective is never speed, the objective is maintaining the pulse and feeling the transition deep within your hands.
I want to pause here and talk about what is really happening inside your head right now. When you attempt to change rhythms like this, it genuinely feels like your brain has hit a massive brick wall and blocked completely. You feel physically clumsy, entirely uncoordinated. But the reality is absolutely fascinating. Your brain hasn't blocked at all. It is actually working incredibly hard in the background to reorganize complex neural connections. It is meticulously taking the fine motor skills that it had previously hardwired for that simple up and down rhythm, and it is tearing them down to adapt them to this new, complex, syncopated pattern. The struggle you feel is the literal sensation of your mind expanding its capabilities.
That neurological heavy lifting is precisely why you are experiencing this temporary chaos, this sudden clumsiness, and yes, this deep, profound frustration. But I want you to wear that frustration as a badge of honor. You are not forgetting anything at all. You are actively restructuring how you play the instrument. You are literally rewiring your musical brain in real time. And I promise you, once this new rhythm settles into your subconscious muscle memory, everything will beautifully and suddenly click back into place. The fog will lift, and you will find yourself playing with a natural rhythm you never thought possible.
So I ask for your patience, your perseverance, and above all, your trust in the process. Because mastering this specific double rhythm is going to be the absolute backbone of everything that comes from this moment forward in your guitar journey. It is the defining line. It is the true difference between merely pressing down on strings to hold chords and actually making real, moving, compelling music. Everything you have learned so far was merely preparation for this exact breakthrough.
Yes, it might seem right now in the midst of the debacle as though you have taken a step back. But the absolute truth is you're stepping up to an entirely new level of musicianship. This rhythm is going to accompany you for the rest of your life. Because as we both know by now, the guitar is not just a piece of wood played with the fingers. It is played with the rhythm of your body, it is played with your breath, and ultimately it is played with your soul. When you master this rhythm, you stop playing the guitar and the guitar starts playing through you.
You have made it this far, and as your guide, I am incredibly proud of your progress. There is absolutely no turning back now. You have just crossed the threshold into the living, breathing part of your guitar education. So, the only question left to ask is this: are you ready to embrace the debacle, master the rhythm, and eagerly continue your transformative journey with me in El Método? I certainly hope so. What kind of music will you weave once your foundation is finally set? Keep practicing, keep that right hand moving, and I will see you in the next chapter.